Good evening, good evening. How are we all doing? So this is the Project 2000 launch call. So you've probably been sent this. It's either on my page or someone who knows and trusts you has sent you the information to take a look at what's got us all excited and fired up here in the UK. So I'm going to quickly go over the information. I'm going to first and foremost tell you a little bit about myself, how I got involved, where I see it going, and then I'm going to kick on with a very short presentation to let you see what it is that we're doing. So my name is Josh Maskell. I'm 26. I am from Leeds in West Yorkshire in England, and I've been involved in the network marketing industry now for around 2.5 years. And what's got me excited about this is it's the right place at the right time with the right people. And I say that again and again. You probably hear that all the time. But what I'm telling you, this is, we're about to take this to the next level. And what you're hearing tonight, today, wherever it is you're hearing it, we're launching something called Project 2000. And Project 2000 is basically, we're going to put 2,000 new people into this business in the next 90 days. And we're going to work with those people to build part-time, full-time incomes. And I'm ready, okay? And what I'm going to do before I screen share the information, let you see what's got going, is a little bit about me. As I've said, my name is Josh Maskell. I got started networking 2 years ago. And I got pretty much involved by fluke luck, by chance. I studied university down south, a university called Buckinghamshire New University. Went down there, studied policing with the idea and the hope that when I come back from getting my degree, I would walk into work, I would find something that I wanted to do and get paid well, which at the time, I had my eyes on £30,000 a year. That was my goal, but came back, didn't pan out like that, couldn't find any work, couldn't find any graduate work, so got involved in what most people do in my area, is personal training. The fitness industry, got involved with that, loved it, will never knock that industry at all, but didn't pay the way to exchange time for money. If I worked more hours and I took on more clients, I get paid more money. Had a boss who I didn't agree with. I mean, I did not like being told when to come to work, what to do, all that stuff. Didn't like that. I always had that entrepreneurial spirit, but never had a vehicle to really have a go with. And that's when I stumbled across my first venture, which was a nutrition company, got involved with that. And with that, I learned a lot, got excited, and I saw the ability to earn great money. There was people around me making big incomes, but always looking for that next opportunity, looking for that elite leadership, looking for that person who could mentor and teach me to get where I want to go. And how I got started was pretty much with a call, pretty much probably like what you had, whether it's your friends Facebooked you, phoned you, texted you, whatever they've done. They want you to take a look at this information. And when I first basically saw the information, it was over a Skype call with a guy called Mr. Dave Doyle, a Canadian gentleman who we contacted. And Dave told me basically, listen, Josh, I found the best product ever designed for network marketing. And I was like, wow, I'll hear him out. What is it about? I was thinking, is it going to be the next big juice? Is it going to be the next big potion, whatever? Is it a utilities company? I didn't know. And what he told me was basically it's coffee. And for me, that kind of discouraged me a little bit, just in regards that at the time, I wasn't a big coffee drinker. I drank it for health reasons, for health benefits and around the gym, etc., but never really wasn't passionate about that, if that makes any real sense. So was a little bit discouraged for me. But once what he said to me really sat well with me, really resided. And what he said was, what you like to do should be a hobby of yours, but what the world does should be a business. And that's when we decided to launch Organo Gold in the UK. That's when we decided to really build this brand here in the UK. And I'm going to quickly bob my screen share on now so you guys can see some information. And as you can see, we're launching in the UK again. We're launching, and most of you are going to see this opportunity for the very first time tonight. And I'm going to do my best to explain how I see it working and where we can possibly see something in it for you. Only you knows that, okay? This is not a pitch, this is not a hype session. I want you to take a look at the information and make a judgment and assessment on it for you. Okay, whether that's time freedom, more time with family, whether that's more holidays, whatever it is that you want, just see if this opportunity could tie in on a part-time basis to start with what you're doing. So as I've said, you're probably thinking, what's going on? Why are my friends so excited? Why? You've heard the stories. Is it too good to be true? How has a company in such a short amount of time created so many success stories? Okay, that caught my attention. Do your own research. You'll see it's the #1 ranked momentum company in all of this field. Okay, and it's creating people great incomes quick. Okay, and for me, that's exciting. Most people will put that fast success down to the amount of distributors that we've got, which what I'm saying is OrganoGold hasn't even scratched the surface on what is possible within this arena, within this industry. So as I've said, I was first approached, asked what it was, told me it was coffee. It was a little bit demotivating for me as I didn't drink coffee at the time. Like I said, I had a consumer perspective. But we got started, you know what I mean? I got started, I saw something in this. I saw something in the leadership. I saw something in the business model that appealed to me, that I wanted to get started and I wanted to move fast. So when we got started with 10 boxes of coffee, and we began simply sampling out the coffee. I didn't tell anyone I started. I started giving it to friends and family to get some honest feedback on the product itself. I started giving away free samples just to gain feedback. And from this, what I found was for every 10 samples that I give away, 5 wanted to buy more and 1 wanted to become a distributor. I had never been a big product guy. Okay, I always led with the opportunity, always led with the business. But what I realized with OrganoGold is anybody could touch this opportunity and make it work. I use an example of a friend, Julie. Julie sold 4 boxes as a result of purchasing just a box from me. Coffee drinking, tea drinking, hot chocolate, all this, it's a social thing. You tend to share it with friends and family. If you go to someone's home, what do they offer you? Okay, coffee is everywhere now. You see it in every single home. And our company has generated great revenue and sales in a very short period of time. OrganoGold call this Wave 1. And they've achieved this success with a very limited product line. Okay, and with no experienced network marketers. Okay, you had people like Stephen Rondemartin, Josie Ardone, David Imonitie, who had no network marketing experience. They were very good at business, but no network marketing experience. And they built this through a sample-based methodology. In 2008, OrganoGold did $2 million in sales in its very first year. That was at the middle of the start of the recession. Sorry. And they did that through sampling, okay, using the 4 questions, which I'll explain a little bit later on. In 2009, did $9 million in sales, using the 4 questions and the 4 steps, which I'll explain a little bit later on. In 2010, it did $47 million in sales. 2011, 152. 2012, 300. In 2013, did just under 350 million in sales. As I've said, with no one of real experience. We're starting to attract people like yourself now on the call who are seeing this happening. They're seeing the success stories, they're seeing the word get out there, and they're wanting to take a look at this, and it's attracting more and more seasoned networkers who want a product, who want to build a community of coffee drinkers, who want to build a community of distributors who can use a product that makes sense. You've got people like Marianne Node with no experience but love the product, love the reishi mushroom, love the Ganoderm, which I'm going to explain a little bit later on. And Wave 2 right now has started. So let me take a little time out now to explain why coffee. Okay, why coffee networking? Many of you are probably hearing about OrganoGold, and the seasoned networkers who are on the call right now have probably had the same exact idea that I had. And that was, how the hell do you make money selling coffee? But what we've recognized is unlike other network products, not putting any down, but unlike other network products, coffee doesn't require a sales pitch. And what I figured out is people do not spend money on things they need. Okay, I've worked in nutritional products. People need them that don't necessarily want them. Okay, they do, however, spend money on things that they want. Okay, and people wake up every single morning, every single day, desiring coffee and tea. Okay, this is why our results are so strong. Number one, it's not a fad. Number two, you've got companies like Starbucks. They have made it acceptable to charge £2, £3, £4 a cup. Okay, they created what is called the gourmet coffee industry. Okay, you're going to ask probably, well, what's the difference between normal and gourmet? It's the price. Okay, and gourmet, the gourmet coffee industry, sorry, has grown massively. You've got companies like Costa, Caffè Nero. Costa now have they have their vending machines all streamed across the motorways. Take a look. Start taking a look now what's going on. You're seeing a trend in coffee drinking. Okay, McDonald's started using the McCafe. Okay, they'd already been selling coffee from 1977, but it was an inexpensive add-on. It didn't cost much. It was kind of what you got with your meal. They never saw the profit potential in coffee. But what they did was they rebranded. They took a look at what Starbucks are doing across the road. They rebranded, they relaunched, and they brought out the McCafe. Okay, they put a strong marketing budget behind it. They actually moved 70% of their ad budget to simply marketing McCafe. New cups, increased the price, and tens of millions of revenue every single quarter has been produced now through the McCafe range. You now see businessmen that put Wi-Fi in there, and people going there to drink coffee. Burger King will always follow suit. You've got the iced mocha, and they've recently relaunched or are launching a new latte and mocha range, which is expected to increase sales by 10 billion. Okay, massive, massive potential here. Coffee in the UK achieved a growth rate 7 to 8 times that of the British economy. Market trends. UK now has a culture of coffee drinkers. Okay, you're seeing this more and more and more and more. You've got companies in the States like Dunkin' Donuts. These companies all figured out quickly that coffee is a commodity. Okay, and companies all around the world are catching on to this trend. I've discussed the Costa vending machines, as I said, right place, right time. So what I did was myself, I started to not listen to what my granddad said, not what other networkers said, not what people who had not taken who had studied this. And I looked at what the top CEOs, the top executives of these major companies were doing. And when I put all this together, you have what's called a clue. And that's why I launched in the coffee industry. Okay, as I've said, the purpose of this call is for Wave 2. We're building the brand here in the UK. We're going to push this all over, okay? And we're looking now for professionals like yourself who are taking a look. And the income's dependent, okay? You're going to get people, it's all relevant. Whether you just want to make the extra £500 a month or whether you want to make that quantum leap, okay? You might be making 6 figures a year already, but you've no idea how to make 7 figures a year. It's all relevant, okay? Coffee and networking to me is the bridge. We can't guarantee anything. Listen, it's all performance and effort based. Are you willing to follow a system? Organo Gold launched with 3 flavors, the black, the latte, and the mocha. We've now got much more. We've got lattes, we've got green and red teas, the hot chocolate, the black ice. And we've also got the capsules. And you're going to quickly see that the difference between our coffee and other coffee in the marketplace is a herb called Ganoderma. This is, as you can see, the natural treasure of China. It allows the body to perform the way it was supposed to perform. And I've worked in nutrition. I've looked after myself now for years and really studied nutritional products. And I quickly saw that people don't like pills. Okay, people don't like pills. I guarantee, go into your cupboard right now, okay, and I'll go into any of your friends' cupboard. There will be pills in there which they started but did not finish. So what Organo Gold have done is, why not take the health of this super herb, the superfood, and put it into the habit. Okay, balances pH levels, provides energy, oxygenates the body, boosts the immune system. What if you could put that into a habit? Okay, what Organogold have also done, they've put it now into toothpaste and body creams, all which contain Ganoderma. And excuse me, from a system standpoint, how do we market this? Okay, it's great having this remarkable product. It's great having such a simple product, but how do we take it to the marketplace in the masses? And we give away free coffee. That's how we start. We give away free coffee, and I'm going to explain the reasoning behind this. And first and foremost is look at Facebook, for example. Facebook has the largest online database ever. And they started from a simple email link referral, share pictures and statuses, etc. We all know how big Facebook is now. But I ask you the question, if Facebook would have cost 1 penny to start, would it have been as big as it is now? You've got companies like AOL who launched their business by simply giving away free CDs. It made sense. And what Organogold have put together is what's called the 4 questions. And the 4 questions are simple as this. Question 1, do you or anyone you know drink coffee or tea at least occasionally? Question 2, how do you drink it? Is it black? Is it milk with sugar? Is it green tea? Is it red tea? The third question is, well, what brand do you typically drink? Is it Starbucks? Is it Nescafe? Is it Dow Egberts? Well, when was the last time that company, this is the 4th question, ever paid you for drinking or recommending that coffee? They might laugh and joke, but the answers are always never. What you do then is you give them a free sample of the coffee that pays. Give them a call back, get some feedback. How did it taste? How did it make you feel? And what we've seen from that, as I've said, is for every 10 samples that we give away, we get 5 customers and we get 1 or more distributors who want to know about the business. Okay, there's no need for high-level trainings, no need for crazy business models, no need for intense training all the time, because it's so simple. They coined the slogan, it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. So there's 2 things we do as a company to make revenue and to build the brand. And the first one is this. We build a community of coffee drinkers, okay? We're open for business now in 35 plus countries, and our mission in every single one of those countries we go into is to capture 1% of the coffee market. Capture 1% of the coffee market. And in the UK, for example, I'll use an example right now. If we captured that in the UK, you're looking at serious incomes. So bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to pull this information up so I get it right for you. In Europe, okay, to capture 1% of the European coffee market, the coffee drinkers, within 3 years, that represents an estimated £87 million per month in coffee sales. Organogold have a 50% payout. This could represent an estimated £44 million per month in distributor commissions with the team members, okay? So that just made sense to me. The retailability made sense. Go out there, build a community of coffee drinkers. The second part, the second thing that we do as business builders is we recruit and we enroll distributors and entrepreneurs like yourself so we can build a larger community of coffee drinkers. But the whole foundation is retail, whether that's direct, wholesale, or through distributors. So with those 2 activities in mind, we get paid 7 ways. We get paid 7 ways, and the first way is retail, as I've explained. What we say is you keep it simple. You buy at wholesale, you sell at retail, and you keep 100% of the profit. And as I've said, we teach to put on a minimum 50% markup on all your products, but this can go all the way up to 500%. We've got people selling at trade shows, people selling at home events, people selling person to person, people selling in charity. We've got so many people doing different ways of moving this coffee. But retail is definitely the foundation. Okay, the second way to be paid is what's called a fast track commission. And once you start bringing in business builders, okay, people who want to build this, people who see something in this, you've got the option of enrolling with one of 3 packages, which I'll explain a little bit later on. You've got the bronze pack, the silver pack, and the gold pack. And you basically earn up to £95 with those packs. Okay, a one-off commission on introducing business builders. There's no limit on the number of people you can bring in. So that's a nice little commission to start, where OrganoGold are going to basically look after you for bringing in business partners. The third way is Dual Team. And the Dual Team, for you networkers on the call, is the binary side of the business. And basically with this, what you do is, you can see, you build 2 communities. You build 2 sales teams. You build one on the left, one on the right. And at the end of every week, OrganoGold will take a scan of your entire organization all the way through infinity. And they will pay you up to 20% of the lesser leg. Okay, the cap reaches up to £20,000 per week. Okay, and that's that. Okay, that's what I call accelerated incomes. Accelerated incomes. So ways 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all residual. And I put it like this: every time someone reorders coffee, you're compensated. So let me ask you 2 questions. Okay, this is all you really need to know tonight. This is all you need to take away from this. So get a notepad and pen out and ask yourself these 2 questions. This is what I asked myself at the time. Is question 1: do you believe you can change the brand of 10 people's brand of coffee in 30 days? I've taught, and I personally did this in the first couple of hours of business. Okay, what we teach there is 10 customers. The average customer we find buys 2 boxes per month. We charge £25 per box. That means for those 10 customers, you're going to get £230 profit per month. That looks around £2,760 profit per year on your 10 customers. The second question we ask is, do you believe over 18 months you can build a team, a network of over 1,000 distributors? Okay, not personally, collectively, as a group. And we will help you do that through calls like this, through home events, through launch calls, through one-on-ones. We'll teach you how to do that. So let me work this out for you. You've got question 1, we've got as 10 customers. So with 1,000 team members, all with 10 customers, that's 10,000 customers. That's 20,000 boxes of coffee. £300,000 in total coffee business. The residual part of this, of the comp plan, pays out between 8 and 12% on average. Okay, let's just go down the middle and say 10%. That's £20,000 residual per month in 18 months. What this is doing is compounding timeframes. No, I can't think of any traditional business where you can get those sort of incomes. I'm not making income claims. Okay, results not typical, so don't be typical. That's just an example of what you can do. Okay, and that's just related to retail sales. Okay, and the last income is what's called the car bonus, the Dream King Car Club, sorry. And that's just been launched in the UK, and OrganoGold are now paying for my black Mercedes-Benz. And you've got all this now for the option of getting started for £40. Okay, £40. And for me, that just makes sense. That just makes perfect sense. So you've got all those things, as I've explained. You've got the genius of coffee, okay, the simplicity of Ganoderma, and the compensation plan, which I've explained. And this basically, it's £40 to get started. £40 to get started. That's going to give you access to wholesale purchases, so you get the coffee at wholesale price. It's also going to allow you to start building the business, enrolling distributors. But people who want to move quick, people want to move that little bit faster and really do this as a business. You've got then what we explained is the options of the promotional packs. You've got the bronze, the silver, and the gold. And I'm going to quickly explain those, so write these down. The bronze pack is an extra £130. That's going to give you £130 worth of product plus 10% on the Dual Team. The silver is £340 extra. That's going to give you £340 worth of product plus up to 15% on the Dual Team. That's a 50% increase in income there. And the gold pack, which we try and work towards in your first 60 days, is £1,050. Okay, you're going to get £1,050 worth of coffee plus up to 20% on the Joule team. That's what I did day 7. I upgraded to the gold pack. So what we've started to see now, as I explained, the wave 2 of this business is we've got people of experience, we've got people like yourself who are taking a look at this and saying, well, does that make sense? And they're joining. Okay, we've got advocates now like Greg Norman. We've got athletes joining day after day, Manny Pacquiao, who are taking a look at this and just saying, wow, the coffee industry is huge. It makes sense. Network marketing works. I don't care what anyone says. I've gone from making £5 an hour to 5 figures a month very quickly, very, very quickly. We've now seen the launch of the espresso machine here in the UK, which is basically the pods and the capsules. That's instant credibility. People do drink the coffee like that now, so we've taken care of that as well. We've just launched the pods. As I've said, our goal basically is to capture 1% of the European coffee market within 3 years. I've explained the payouts for that. That represents around £87 million per month in sales. And with the 50% payout, it's there for the taking, okay? What I want you to do is I appreciate you taking the time out to take a look at this opportunity. Connect with me on Facebook. Connect with me on Skype. The quickest thing to do is get all your questions answered, try some product, and be part of what we're doing in Project 2000, because you don't want to look back and say, right, I saw that right at the very beginning. And knowing now what you know about Starbucks, knowing now what you know about Facebook, etc., would you want to have got involved right at the beginning? And I've seen this. We've worked through it. We've been working it now for 10 months. We've got a large group of people who are all super excited about building this. And remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. I'll see you on the top. Get your questions answered. See you soon.